So, hi everyone. I have been gone for quite some time. Life has happened. A lot has happened. A lot has happened. So yes, I got engaged. I'm excited, anxious, and I have a lot of planning to do. And wedding planning is no joke, guys. Like, I wanted to do this video because my fiance, he is in the army, and when he was going through basic training, I had a bajillion questions, and I remember going to YouTube, going on the internet looking for blogs, and some were helpful, some weren't. And I don't know, I just felt like I should give my input because maybe there's someone out there right now trying to look for information just like I was. So I hope this helps because it's it's a bittersweet season because you want to be supportive because obviously they're starting something very serious and they're starting their career, but also you're gonna have to sacrifice some time away from him, and that's not always what you want because obviously you love your significant other and you want to be with them always. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, obviously this is like the most biggest one is I took notes on my phone because I didn't want to forget anything. Talk before he leaves and ask questions. Ask him where is he going to be going for basic training. For example, my fiance went to Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Ask him, how long is he going to be gone. Ask him just those kind of questions or any questions that you personally have, because this is not only going to impact him, this is going to impact you. Your relationship is going to be different. You're not going to have the luxuries that most couples have anymore. You're not going to be able to see him every day, text him, call every day. You're not going to be able to go out with him or go do the things you guys usually do. So it's very important that when he's leaving, where is he going, and what's his plan. Is this just one contract for now, or does he think in the future? And obviously, these are questions based off if you're in a serious relationship. Because honestly, if your significant other is going to any military branch, that is a serious step. Because the military is not just a career; it's a lifestyle, and it's different. And if you're in a serious relationship, you really do have to talk about it. I know when my fiance, before he left, we broke it down. We knew for a fact that we wanted to get married in some time, and that him joining the army might speed that up. Luckily, I'm so glad that he kept it a surprise when he was going to propose to me. If you're well knowledgeable of what he is getting himself into, you will have more peace and you'll have more understanding. After knowing everything that you guys will be sacrificing time apart, luxuries like talking on the phone, texting, and all that, after you know all of this, you must decide whether you're going to be his anchor, because he was going to go through things mentally and physically during basic training. That is the hardest part, and not everyone can be there, and that's okay. That's okay. But if you're deciding, okay, I'm going to be there for him, I'm going to wait, I'm going to be his anchor, then first of all, let me tell you, you are strong. You are strong, and don't doubt that, because if you're doing this, that must mean you love this person so much that you're willing to support them in this very hard time. And I'm saying that you should know whether you're going to be his anchor, because if you break up with him while he's in basic training, that's probably one of the worst things you can do, because you're going to be his anchor. He's going to be thinking about you. He's going to be thinking his motivation is when he comes back, he's going to have you. So right off the bat, you need to know, because like I said, being in the military is completely different. Don't feel bad. I think, this is me personally, don't feel bad if you think it's not for you. If it's not for you, be honest with him. If it's for you, then, like I said, you are strong. Don't doubt yourself, and just take it one day at a time. Now, if you have agreed to be his anchor and to be there and wait for him, first things first, be prepared to be annoyed by couples and wanting to run over couples. No, just kidding. No, seriously though. You will miss him like crazy. If you're obviously if you're in a serious relationship, obviously you guys are like best friends, you're gonna miss him. It's inevitable. But just my biggest advice is have supportive people with you. Whether it's family, whether it's friends. If your family doesn't support it, make sure you have friends that are supportive. If your friends don't support it, make sure you have family that supports you. Just make sure you have supportive people with you and in your life, because this is, like I said, this is also going to affect you, because he's leaving, and that is gonna emotionally impact you. So just know that. But also, like I said, also know that you are strong and that you are able to do it, and that once he's done, you guys are gonna reap what he has sown, going in there. You should have your own thing, because that will distract you, and not only distract you, it's self-care. You should take care of yourself, because you are important as well. While he's at basic training, you will only be able to write letters to him. If they're on good behavior, they will have Sundays, certain times where they'll be able to call you, and he will let you know in the letters, like if this week they might let them use their letters or not. Now, remember, they are a team, so if one person misbehaves, they all get in trouble. So I know my fiance, he wasn't able to call me twice because one person got them all in trouble. So just be aware of that. Your first letter that you will receive could take 2 to 3 weeks. So don't think it's not him trying to write to you. It's just whenever they let him. And some letters might be long, some letters might be short. Remember, they write their letters during personal time. So just cherish every letter, because he took the time to write it, and obviously he's gonna be hoping and longing to get your letters. So if you can, write your letters every day. Also, when you write him letters, make sure you do not put any bad news. I know at first when I read this, I thought, well, that's a bit selfish. Why does he get to just tell me all his bad stuff, but I don't get to tell him any of my bad stuff? And it goes back to having supportive people. If you have supportive people in your life, they're the ones that are going to tell your bad news, what you're going through. I'm not saying to be a liar. Just for example, if your car is ruined, you wouldn't tell him that. You'll just tell him, like, oh, I couldn't get Starbucks today or something, like, know what to tell him, because remember, what he's going through is mentally and physically challenging, and it's also new to him, and being apart from you is also hard. And drill sergeants, they're not their best friends. They're there to motivate them and to make them strong soldiers. So just know, and I know it sounds selfish, and I know you're probably thinking, like, I'm crazy for telling you. Trust me, when I read this, I thought it was crazy, but it just makes sense. And you'll see, once you get his letters and you see him telling you how he's struggling, you won't even want to tell him bad news. You'll just want to motivate him and know that he is strong, and know that you're proud of him. Most people have the conception that those who join any military branch, it's their last resort, and maybe for some it is, but it's an honor for anyone who serves the military, because they're serving our country. And you might encounter people who are against the military, who are against your significant other being there, and some people might respectfully tell you, and some people might tell you very harshly, and you're just gonna have to brush it off. You're just gonna have to brush it off whenever you encounter that, because you know why he's there, you're proud of him, and you know that he's making a commitment that some people will never do and some people have not done yet. So you have to be proud of him. Like, just to think that your significant other took an oath, took a commitment, left family, left his loved ones, familiar things, to go to an unknown place. You just have to be proud of him, because not everyone will be able to do that. And yeah, so that's it actually. I just wanted to share this because, like I said, when my fiance, we weren't engaged yet, but we knew for a fact that we were in this for the long haul. But before my fiance left, we talked about it, and it is a lot to take. Trust me, when we talked about it, I was like, okay, we're doing this, and the days kept getting closer of him leaving, and it wasn't hitting me until the day that he actually was going to leave. It hit me, and it was a sad day. And he actually just left right now for his AIT, and it was still sad to see him leave, but it was a little easier because I know he's going to come back, and I know I'm going to see him, and maybe I could do another video for that AIT. He actually gets to have his phone and text me from his personal time. So just know that this is, whatever your significant other is doing right now, they're sowing something, and they're going to reap it later on. You might not see it, but you will benefit from it. I hope that you have supportive people. I hope that you know that what your significant other is doing is not only for him, but he's probably also thinking about you. And I hope that you also know that to be proud of him, despite if others don't agree to it, despite if, your family or friends are against it. But I do hope that you will benefit somehow of this video. I just want to let you know that you're strong. If you have decided to be his anchor, to wait for him and be there for him. And I want you to know that don't think it's gonna last an eternity. It's gonna feel like an eternity. Trust me, I understand. It's gonna feel like forever. It's gonna feel like he's not gonna come back. It's gonna feel like, where the heck is he? But once you receive those letters, they're comforting. Once you receive those phone calls once in a while, it helps. And if you can go to his graduation, go. Trust me, you will he will be so happy that you're there, and you will actually get to see like a glimpse of what he went through, and it's just awesome. I went and I don't regret it. I'm so happy I was able to go, and I wish you nothing but the best. I wish your soldier nothing but the best. And yeah, I hope this was helpful. Give it a thumbs up, leave comments, and like I said, this is just my personal experience and what I learned. So thank you, and thank you for watching actually, and I will see you guys soon.